Have you ever made a really bad financial decision in your life? I've made plenty, so you're definitely not alone. Today, we'll be going over 9 money mistakes smart millionaires avoid and how you can apply these strategies to avoid them too. As they say, the best way to learn is from somebody else's mistakes. Let's get started. I'm going to come out swinging on the first one. Utilizing traditional retirement accounts to build long-term wealth is one of the biggest traps you need to avoid. With the exception of employer-matched 401ks, which provide free money, but in theory really a reason to keep you trapped at a job you might not like working longer, most retirement accounts, if not all retirement accounts, have so many restrictions and are one of the biggest ways to keep you trapped financially and reliant on the government and factors beyond your control. Let's talk about the Roth IRA, everyone's favorite retirement account, with contribution limits of only $6,000 per year. How are you going to build significant wealth with those types of restrictions on you? Even worse, if you need the money earlier, let's say you want to make a real estate investment or you need it for an emergency, if you want to pull that money out sooner, you're penalized. Here's where it gets even worse and more dangerous. Let's say you're retired. No new income from work is coming in. You are now completely reliant on factors beyond your control, the stock market. If the stock market goes down and your investments are tied to that, you're screwed because there's no new money coming in to recoup the losses. So if you're distributing money, your account balances are going down. If the markets are going down, that's a double whammy and a scary position to be in. And if that wasn't the worst reason of them all, prepare to get kicked in the teeth. Depending on how you have this retirement account structure set up, each time you distribute funds, it may be counted as income, thus forcing you into a higher tax bracket depending on your costs of living and expenses and what you need to live a comfortable retirement. This may force you to pay more in taxes when in theory you're not working. The money that you're receiving is not really tied to income and everything else I just mentioned before. These retirement accounts are terrible. Next, buying life insurance and annuities too late. So, one of the best investments that I made at the age of 28 was taking out a term life insurance policy of $1 million on myself, with the premium being $104 per month. That term, it's for 30 years, and I'm probably going to live much past that, but still, it's there should anything happen in the event of an emergency. Fast forward to today, I'm now carrying over $10 million in whole life insurance policies. This is cash-based, which has cash balances, and it's good for life. The premiums I'm paying on that will make your head spin, and I'll talk about whole life insurance policies as one of my weapons of choice as far as investments and protection, but I'll save that for another video. When you understand the powers that whole life insurance policies provide, you'll start looking at other retirement accounts and laughing. It's a joke. In all seriousness, other retirement accounts are garbage compared to what else you can get for your money. But here's what you need to know about term life and whole life insurance policies. Your health matters as well as your age. The longer you wait and the older you are, expect to pay higher premiums each and every month. If you're young, you're healthy, and you're looking for a place to park and store wealth, get yourself one of these policies because it's a hedge against your future health. You don't know what the future brings, so putting a stake in the ground today and securing one of these policies could be one of the best investments you'll ever make. And for my investors who love annuities out there, the earlier you get started, much like whole life, which has the power to compound over time, the better off you'll be. Start investing sooner. Next, not prioritizing real estate investing sooner. I can say from my own experience, I wish I got into the real estate game years ago. It took too long of overthinking what area of the country I want to invest in real estate and just talking myself out of buying real estate. The truth is, you really can't go wrong if you do your research and you do your homework and you buy a piece of real estate you can afford. Even if it's your primary residence and you live there, buy modest, buy smart, use it for its intended purpose, shelter. And if you need to move on and you need something bigger, you can always rent it out or sell it. Don't let any other factor talk you out of investing in real estate when you feel like you should. Next, going for singles and doubles versus going for grand slams and swinging for the fences. Most millionaires, business owners, and investors, they're always swinging for the fences, looking for those grand slam opportunities to hit a lick, as I like to say, or smash and grab money, getting a lot of cash all at once. The truth is, you need to get comfortable hitting singles and doubles, or very simply just getting on base. If you want to win in business, if you want to win as an investor, start hitting singles and doubles. The grand slams, they'll happen. I've hit a couple, but they're few and far between. And the best thing you can do when you do hit a grand slam is put it in investments so that you're always hitting singles and doubles each and every month. Next, investing inconsistently versus dollar cost averaging. This is a strategy that has helped me tremendously, and it's something that I do each and every month in a variety of investments. Let's talk about the stock market. Dollar cost averaging means that you're buying when the market's up the same way you're buying when it's down. It can be applied to any market. I do it with real estate. I buy multiple properties each and every year. Essentially what I'm doing is dollar cost averaging. When you make investing a habit, regardless of market conditions, magic happens. Never forget the power of dollar cost averaging. This is a big one, which costs many millionaires a fortune each and every year. Not prioritizing tax preparation strategy. Taxes. It's one of your biggest expenses each and every year for all people. It's important to get a grip on everything that you can do to reduce your tax liabilities. I know, looking at the books may not be fun. In fact, it could be really, really boring. No one wants to be in spreadsheets, and everyone wants to be focusing on bringing more money in, increasing revenue, as well as increasing your bottom line, the profit. However, when you increase the profit, you're increasing your tax liability. So it's important to prioritize tax preparation strategies and tax liability reduction strategies to keep more money in your pocket. Okay, this is one that so many millionaires overlook: not investing in other people. So, most millionaires invest in themselves. We know that. They go to conferences, they read books, they take care of their minds, their bodies, and their spirits. However, it's easy to forget about other people sometimes. Making an investment in people, your team, maybe your family, people that support you, can pay dividends far greater than you can ever imagine. Put your faith, your trust, and your financial resources behind other people, and you'll thank me later. Next mistake, not having exposure to different asset classes. Here's an example. Most people are not familiar with the art market, contemporary art. And let's say you are, and you meet a real estate developer who shares the same interests and tastes in art as you do. Well, that can bring you one step closer to doing a deal that you may not have done otherwise. Let's say you're familiar with cryptocurrency, and you know how to trade those markets. Well, the same knowledge and rules that you learned there can be applied to trading other markets, stocks. Having a whole life insurance policy may play really well with investing in a commercial building later on down the road, because whole life and real estate go hand in hand. The more aware of different asset classes you are, the more successful you'll be. Now, let's talk about some really common financial traps. This may be common sense to some, but it's a real wake-up call and a reminder to stay away from these elements. For starters, stay away from bad investments, Ponzi schemes. So many people get taken for rides in opportunities which seem too good to be true. Next, avoid timeshares at all costs. There is no reason to invest in a timeshare. Use Airbnb or VRBO. You can use that on demand. There is no reason to invest in a timeshare. This is a friendly reminder. Don't buy depreciating assets brand new. Don't buy new cars if you can avoid that. The same holds true for expensive depreciating toys. Think boats. Think ATVs, four-wheelers. Don't buy these things new. And if you can't afford them, don't finance them till the end of time. Be smart with your money. For my business owners out there, don't engage in unnecessary legal battles. Don't seek financial windfalls through suing someone. It's stupid. Going through legal experiences will suck the life out of you. It's not worth it. Avoid legal battles at all costs. And some vices to be aware of. Don't buy bottles at nightclubs. I've spent a fortune on that, tens of thousands of dollars. It's not worth it. I can't even remember those nights. And in all seriousness, it makes me sick how many times I've spent $3,000, $4,000, even over $5,000 in a single night in Vegas with people I don't even know, drinking from my bottles. It was stupid. I'll never do that again. Also, strip clubs, making it rain. I can't think of a worse way to spend money than throwing it up in the air. Same thing with gambling. For people in business who have clients that want to be entertained and go out to places like strip clubs, you don't need those clients. And frankly, if I have prospects or clients that are expecting that from me, well, I tell them to do that on their own time. And frankly, if that's what you're into and you're expecting me to join you, it's probably not someone that I want to work with. My name is Nick Cutnero, and I want to thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.